There's a hunger that's inside me. See the full moon as it guides me. There's a hunger that's inside me. There's a hunger that's inside me.
What are we doing at this point? Literally, what are we doing? What up, what up, what it do? It's your boy Ganja Juan back with another review. And thank you for tuning in to Blazing with Ganja, where we always blazing something amazing. And we doing things a little different today. We got a daytime review. Why not? Today we're gonna do Beetlejuice. A highly anticipated movie by many over the years. I think the first one came out in '88, about 30 years of anticipation. We got Tim Burton back. Tim Burton in rare form, going back to his roots. There was a lot of practical things in the movie that I liked. So it was good to see Tim Burton return to form. In that regard, there was some stop motion things. I like what I saw in that regard. Even the set design, like the whole production overall looked great. Do not get me wrong. I like that part. Of course, the return of Michael Keaton. Love Michael Keaton. He's the main reason I wanted to see this whole thing go down. Even when back in the day when they were talking about doing the sequel first, it was called Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian. They commissioned Kevin Smith to write it, but he didn't. He wrote Superman Returns instead. Superman Lives. And at this point, I would have rather seen that. But it was cool seeing Michael Keaton come back because Michael Keaton can get crazy, and I like when Michael Keaton gets crazy. You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. That's Batman. But Beetlejuice. On Beetlejuice, he was doing some pretty cool things. He's always a riot. The part that stands out to me with Michael Keaton was the part when he spilled his guts. I actually really liked that part, and the part when he lit on fire when he swore to God or whatever. It was hilarious. Then we had the return of Winona Ryder, Lydia, a fan favorite. I like Lydia. Lydia was weird on this movie to me, because it seemed like the whole thing with Lydia is she's a goth chick, and since she was down and depressed and moody anyway, she like could see the ghost and whatnot. And when we left her on the last movie, she was okay with it. You know what I'm saying? She was in a good place with seeing the ghost. Like she was actually making friends with ghosts. She had crossed over to the other world and seeing what that whole dimension was about and whatnot. And in this movie, at the beginning, she has a show, but it seems like she's a little off. Like, it's almost ruining her life that she can see ghosts because she's on like medication and whatnot, and it just seemed a little weird for her character to be in this place years later. It would seem like she would almost take this and run with it. And then don't get me wrong, she does have a show, like I said, so she's doing that a little bit in one regard. But it seems like I said, in one regard, it's actually damaging her a little bit. And well, that's how it was portrayed or came off. But and then we had Justin Theroux playing Rory. He was okay. I didn't really like his character, the way he played it, because Justin Theroux can usually be funny. Give us the things. That's my impression of Justin Theroux off of Charlie Angel's Halo. Or no, what was it called? Charlie Angel's Full Throttle. Halo was the working title. But no, yeah, he was that Irish dude on that movie. That shit was hilarious. When this movie, his character didn't really work for me. He was just weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? He had his own motivations and everything like that. But the way he was playing it, it was just off. And then we had Catherine O'Hara, the mom. Shit, I like her. I loved her on the first one. On this one, she was a little off to me too. Because, like, Catherine O'Hara can be really funny. And the way she played it this time, it was just weird. She was just erratic. Her character, it was just like she was just spouting off just weird shit. Which makes me actually think, like, all right, if you had to put yourself in the headspace of a character that's chained after 30 years, I guess that would be a little jarring. But, like, she just didn't seem like she was playing the same character now. It's weird. I don't know. This movie was just off. Then we had Jeffrey Jones come back, but not really. I don't actually think it was Jeffrey Jones. He plays Charles, the dad. He had some things going on outside of the movie, and that's why he couldn't come back. You can look that up if you want to. I'm not going to speak about that here. But I guess in my head, I thought he wasn't going to be in the movie. But then he's actually in the movie a lot more than you would think. And to not use a character, but then actually use the character is weird to me. It was just off-putting. Like I said, the movie is just off. Then we get to, it's so weird. Like, the movie plays out, and then you finally start to get to the main story about like 45 minutes into the movie, which also revolves around Jenna Ortega playing Astrid, which is Lydia's daughter on the movie. And she's in a weird spot because like she's mad because she can't see the ghost and whatnot, and she's actually mad at her mom, thinking it's ruining her life that her mom can see the ghost, but she doesn't even believe her because, like I said, Astrid can't see the ghost herself, so she's having a hard time with it all. Then she meets a boy named Jeremy, was played by Arthur Conti, and he actually wasn't bad. He had some things going on with him. It wasn't bad. If they actually took that storyline and made that the main go through of the movie and actually started a little bit earlier in the movie, it might have actually went down a little bit better. But like I said, the whole movie was just off. The whole structure and everything. Even something like the villain. Her name was Dolores, played by Monica Bellucci. My whole thing, even with that, when I saw it on the trailer, why necessarily are we introducing a villain to a Beetlejuice movie when Beetlejuice himself can be an antagonist or an antagonistic character throughout the storyline? It's just weird. There was a lot of things going on in this movie. Trust me, there were 1,000 ideas, like a bunch of plot threads. The movie actually felt like the TV show, like the cartoon back in the day. It felt like an episode of that, or like a bunch of episodes from that, a bunch of ideas from episodes from that thrown into this movie and into a blender, and that's what we got with Beetlejuice. It's a weird little movie, but she wasn't bad. She actually had a really cool introduction. She was in some cases, and then she breaks out. She was broken apart, so then she starts stitching herself together, all her limbs and whatnot. It was actually a pretty nice scene. But then by the end of the movie, even towards the middle of the movie, you kind of forget she's around because she's not really doing much. She's going around like sucking souls and whatnot. But like, it doesn't come off as like a threat or anything like that. And it's not happening as much to where you think like much of her throughout the movie. And then even in the finale, she's kind of like a one and done. It's weird as hell. And then like that leads into like just the odd characters and whatnot. I really like Willem Dafoe as an actor. You know what I'm saying? He's actually one of my favorite actors. I love Dafoe. But on here, he just was wasted. He was like an actor in his past life playing a cop. So then on this movie, he's playing a cop. He's still an actor in the afterlife playing a cop, hunting down Monica Bellucci's character, Dolores. But like, it just comes off as like, for what? You know what I'm saying? It just goes nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Even in the end, when they catch her, they don't really do anything. The movie's weird. And then you even had like people like Danny DeVito pop up. He popped up as like a janitor, but then like he had 5 minutes of screen time. He didn't even really do nothing. He got his soul sucked. Ha! Like on Mortal Kombat. He's about to get his soul sucked. That movie sucked. And then even towards, like I said, towards the finale, the wedding, I said, we're doing this whole legacy sequel thing that is just not working. By the end of it, it's just really part one again. You got another wedding, and Beetlejuice wants to have a wedding with Lydia's daughter so that she can get her, this can get him out of the villain shit with Dolores. Like I said, part one again, just an excuse. Which, the scene wasn't bad. They do a whole little, like a nod to the Dale scene on part one. It wasn't bad. It went on for way too long. I looked over, even my girl asked during the scene, she was like, wow. She was like, how long is this gonna go on? Because like, they were singing and dancing again and shit. It was cool. It was funny. It just took way too long. So it was like that with a bunch of jokes in this movie. They ran them into the ground. Some of the things were funny, but then it was like, okay, we get it. And then to wrap it up in the end, like after the finale, even the ending, it ended with like a dream sequence where like Lydia is having, I guess, a dream about Astrid and seeing Astrid's life and her going through life. And then like she has a baby and it's actually a Beetlejuice baby, which was gross. That Beetlejuice baby, that was kind of stupid. I ain't really like that. And I like stupid stuff. It's just, the movie was just off. Like I'll keep saying. So, to me, in the end, it was just a big waste of time. Like, why are we doing this? Don't get me wrong, it was done with heart and care. But if this is what we're doing, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, the story was off. The characters were off. It was done just misguidedly. Can I say that? Oh, and justice for Bob, because they treated Bob terribly throughout this movie. Bob was honestly probably my favorite character throughout the movie, and they did him so dirty. So justice for Bob. But yeah, that was Beetlejuice. Hopefully I'll hit you up with another review soon. Like I said, I want to start doing Throwback Thursdays. If you can, and you want to see a review, please leave me a review in the comments that you might want to see some throwback movies, some old movies. I honestly want to do the American Pie series, every single American Pie. I'm talking about the theatrical ones. I'm talking about the straight to DVD ones. I think they just did a Netflix one with girls a few years back. We doing all of those. I got to get them first or hunt them down. But yeah, I want to do that. I want to do Transformers one day. Let's get to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Let's have some fun with this channel. There are endless movies to do. I'll see y'all next time. Like and subscribe, please. Peace.